Hi everybody. On February the 8th, we have got a new moon in the sign of Aquarius at 19 degrees and 16 minutes. So let's really look at what the flavour of Aquarius is all about. Aquarius. When we look at the glyph for Aquarius, we see two lines, and yet it's called the water carrier. Water, talks of water, and yet it's not a water sign, it's an air sign. So what does this mean, and how can we incorporate the energy of this Aquarius into our lives at the time of this new moon? When I think of Aquarius, I always think of unique, being different, wearing something different, doing something that you wouldn't usually do. Usually I wear a blouse or a jumper when I'm presenting my forecast. Today I thought, no, I'm going to wear a funky coat. Just something different. Because you know, when you do something different, you feel excited, you feel different. You don't feel you kind of like a normal, boring self. Yes, sometimes you can get awfully bored with yourself, can't you? You look outside yourself and you say, oh, you know, why isn't my partner doing this and that and the other? Well, perhaps you've got a little bit boring. And that's what this Aquarian new moon wants you to do. It wants you to shake off all the things that make you a little bit the same as everybody else. The things that you're doing, you're comparing yourself. You're saying, well, I'm not as pretty as that person, I'm not as intelligent as this person. Who the hell cares? Aquarius doesn't care. Aquarius is about breaking out of that box. Yes, you get out of the box. Yes, I can't really draw, but you've just got to get out of the box, you see? And too often, we're in the bloody box. And we're looking around and we're going, oh, can't move, can't get out of here, because we're stuck in a box of our own creation. And at the time of the new moon in Aquarius, we can get ourselves out of our boxes. And it may take a little bit of an effort, because always when your brain has to work differently, it goes, oh, not something different. I'm much more comfortable doing what I'm used to and what I feel in control of. That's why very often we hang on to relationships well past their sell-by date. That's why we often stay in a house very long time when we know we don't like that area anymore. Or stay in a career that you don't like anymore, not really, and you're just doing it for the money, which really doesn't give you very much nourishment. So this is what this new moon is calling for. And the power behind this new moon is the fact that it's square to Mars. So the moon, sun and moon are together in the sign of Aquarius, and they are square to Mars in Scorpio. So very fixed energy. So you may find yourself resisting change, resisting things that are coming at you, and you kind of know instinctively, intuitively, you need to make a shift, you need to make a change, and you might kind of like just dig your teeth in. Or with that square, you might have somebody else reflecting back to you, saying, no, you can't do that. Whatever made you think you could do that? And you may have to somehow say, well, you know what? I can do that. I want to study to become a naturopathic doctor. I want to become a healer. I want to make a profession as an astrologer. I want to become a neuroscientist. Yes, whatever it is that's turning you on, that is your Aquarius individuality, is what this new moon is about. Where can you shine in your individuality? Now, at the time of this moon as well, we've got Pluto, Venus and Mercury all together in Capricorn, and they are square to Uranus, and Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So what does this mean, this square energy? You've got a lot of square energy in the heavens. I obviously don't need the notes, you see, because with Aquarius you kind of have to ad-lib your life. You just ad-lib it, you just get on with it, and you just have to think on your feet differently. So here goes. So here with these squares, it's an opportunity to think about your finances differently, to look at your love life differently, to look at all the things that you want that maybe aren't moving for you. Maybe you need to look at them from a different perspective. Do you know how different something looks when you go to the other end of the room and you look at it? You see different light. You almost maybe see a different colour. That's what this energy is about with this square. Try to see something from a different perspective. Because remember, you are creating your own reality. It's how you choose to see a situation. Very often I say to clients, in fact they ask me, they say, well, is this aspect good or bad? And I have to say to them, look, this can be the same aspect, and I'll have one client say, oh, this is wonderful, this aspect. This really made me think differently about my work, and I'm now studying for a different career. Or this made me think differently about relationships. Do you know, I've been yearning for a 24/7 type relationship, and actually that wouldn't suit me at all. It's no wonder the universe hasn't sent me that, and I keep getting long distance relationships. Why don't I just go with that and see where that takes me? Because that would suit me a whole lot better. And another client may say, oh, I'm so stuck. I just never seem to meet anybody. I never seem to get any better or further with my finances. And so, but that can be that same aspect can be viewed good or bad. As Shakespeare said, nothing is either good or bad, as thinking makes it so. And this is very much about your thinking here at the time of this new moon. Gosh, there's a lot to say. And of course, Uranus can't be boring. Aquarius is not about being boring. But I must cover one last aspect, which is an important one. Because at the time of this moon, we've got Mars, quincunx. Now, a quincunx is a 150-degree angle. And it's all about compromise, making a certain compromise. And we've got Mars is quincunx to Uranus. Now these are powerful aspects, very powerful. So you may find that you kind of, there could be some fireworks going off around you. And fireworks can be very exciting, can't they? I mean, they can be surprising. It's like they make a noise. But equally, they can be beautiful, can't they? So maybe there's a noise going on around you that you're resisting. Yes? I was trying to meditate the other day, I must admit, and they were banging and drilling around me, and I could feel myself resisting all that noise. And I thought, hey, if you're trying to meditate, if you're really going to meditate, then don't resist it. Don't resist what's happening. So this is going to be about looking at where you're resisting what's going on. And if you're resisting it too much, there could be some blow-ups. But if you are willing to maybe compromise, I had to compromise with the drill, but then I thought, all right, I'll just allow it in. I have to say it wasn't my best meditation, but I was able to settle and breathe and eventually did find some peace and calm. So, Aquarius is about you pouring your water, because water is life. Without water we can't live. But your unique water, where do you take water that is special? Because each one of us is special, a special part within the whole. We've just had the Leo full moon, and this was all about you finding your creative spark, that which makes you special, that you feel wonderful about. And Aquarius is about you putting your bit into the whole, because you are necessary. You wouldn't be here if you weren't really necessary to the whole. But it's really important that you see yourself as an individual, which is what Aquarius is all about, being an individual, mixing and matching colours that other people might say, poof, why are you matching that purple and that pink? Looks terrible. And you just say, well, I think it looks great. That's what this Aquarian energy is all about. So make your stand for this new moon in Aquarius, that you will be the original that you are. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you weren't bored, because Aquarius is not about being bored, but it is also about bringing together the whole of humanity, but allowing them space to be yourself. So can you allow others the space to be themselves around you? And can you give yourself permission to be yourself and to change and to be different every day? I challenge you. Do make comments, please. I love to hear what you Aquarians especially have to say. Thank you very much for listening. Bye for now.